On the next page you get the two papers in English, paper 1, paper 2. Section 1 and section 2 in paper 1. And paper 2 is reading. The first paper is 1 hour and 30 minutes. And second paper is 1 hour 45 minutes. Therefore, I would suggest that all teachers with a primary one make very sure that there is time management. You make sure your children get used to working with the clock. Now, what is your sales pitch? Your sales pitch is, do not let time control you. You control time. So draw your timeline. And you find that they find it to be very useful. Time them now, so that when they come to O levels, they can finish whatever it is in the time allocated. So if you look at paper 1, if it's 1 hour, that's 90 minutes. I would say section 1 is 45 minutes. Sorry, 40 minutes. Section 2 is 45 minutes. 5 minutes left for checking. Sorry, you lost me there. Section 1 is 40 minutes. Okay? It's 90 minutes. It's 1.5 hours. Okay? Section 2 will be 45 minutes. Right? The last 5 minutes is used for checking, editing. Alright? Now, for English teachers, in creative writing section 2, of the 45 minutes, 30 minutes must be spent planning only. So they subdivide again. The formula is 60% planning, 40% writing. Without a plan, they are useless. Paper 2 is 1 hour 5 minutes, that's 105 minutes altogether, right? The first section 1 will be a factual passage of about 750 words. Section 1, factual. And they will be asked to summarize. Followed by about 2 or 3 short answer questions. One of which will be fact and opinion kind of question. Okay. Now the next part, reading for meaning, the passage will be a narrative. That's on page 1. Right? 10, sorry. What the hell is that? The next page anyway. Yeah. It will be a narrative. So they will be doing 2 passages. One factual, one narrative. And of course, this section will test for assessment objectives R1 and R2, which you will find in the earlier pages, what they're looking for. You're not too lost, you're okay. Fantastic. Right, let me very quickly go through how you mark a paper. So on the next page, marking band of paper 1. Skip that page 6, 7, go to for creative writing. It's on page 16. 15, yeah. The maximum mark score is 30, yeah? But I can guarantee you only is going to score 30. No way you're going to score that. 27 is possible. 27 is possible. We're talking about 28. 29, the child is already going into high A or A star. And if you write like that, then highly accurate apart from very occasional slips, meaning in terms of tense and everything, almost no markings on the paper. Okay. Second, sentence structure is varied, number I told you, short, long sentences, compound sentences, right? Verb forms, the form of the verb used is largely correct and appropriate tenses consistently used, which means if they talk if he's talking about what happened yesterday, it must be in the past tense, what's happening now, present simple, and what's in the future is the future tense. That means the tense control must be confident. And then vocabulary is wide and precise. Instead of using smelly, there's a stench, it was obnoxious, there was an odor. He knows the different words for one word, for one sensation. Understand? Okay, the child is able to know the difference between an odor and a smell, or a stench. Okay, so a child is able to apply these words in their proper context. Then we get punctuation is, of course, you're clever enough to be using the semicolons and the full colons for listing and all that. Spelling is accurate from very occasional slips. Paragraphs have unity, which means unity meaning there is a linking sentence from one paragraph to the other. We checked into the hotel and we were quite surprised because we didn't get what we paid for. The bar was broken. See what I mean? How it connects up to the next paragraph? It's a linked sentence. Now, examiners are normally are very impressed by students who can link one paragraph to the next. And the reader is also nicely guided into the next paragraph because of the linking sentence. And paragraphs have been unity because of lengths and show evidence of planning. If you're teaching English, you don't plan, you die. Simple. You don't plan, you die. There's no other way. That's what I tell them. So insist on plans. And then, of course, the next bullet is following the rubrics, consisting relevant, interest aroused, and sustained. Tone register. So you're asking me now, sir, Mr. Winston, what was style? For me, style will come the very last one. Some might be very impressive in the way they start off, but you've got to look for these components: structure, paragraphing, tense control. All this matters. After they satisfy that, then you look at time. Now don't forget something. An author can be creative because he's taken 1 year to write a book and he's got a whole editorial staff to help him. This child has got only 50 minutes to write that. So when you mark, you've got to consider that. Some students might write very impressive openings, which you know that. But then it dies somewhere in the middle. Be careful of that when you're marking. So the opening may be good, but then the substance, according to the rubrics, is not there. It's not accurate. It's not following the rubrics. It's not responding to the rubrics. Right? So when they plan, they've got to look at the question. They've got to underline the keywords in any title in a composition, and the plan will normally be linked to the keywords. That is how they write relevantly. I'll go into that later. I'm going to stop here. We've completed the syllabus. Any questions, please? Anyone?
How many words do you normally write?
350 to 500.
It's 50 items. That's 50 marks. 50 marks.
30 marks. No, I've calculated it. Most of us average about 12 words per line. That's normally how many we average that. You multiply the number of words with the number of lines to get the approximate amount of words. Okay? So you can check every 10, say 12, every 10 line, 10 on the 10th line you write 120. The next 10th line you write 120. That's 240, right? Right? Then you know. So 350 to 400 words is one face and half of the second face. When it completes two faces of the page, the line paper, you are averaging 450 words already if you are doing at 12 words per stuff. And it's very easy to explain to them when they write. You draw your plan. Okay. Each of the spider legs is one subtopic, right? you just write 7 sentences. 7 times 12, how many words? 84, correct? You got 6 paragraphs. 84 times 6? Almost 500, right?
Not speechless.
Almost 500, right?
Almost 700.
When they see that, they say, wow. Because most of them say, wow, sir, I cannot write so many words. That's when they plan and they see that they can do it and how simple it is. And that's using arithmetic to teach them that it's not a big task. You can do it if you plan it up this way. And very soon at Sect 3, they're already doing 350 words, 300 words, 400 words in 50 minutes. The last CA1, I gave instructions. The paper was only limited to 15 minutes. They were not allowed to go more than that. All the paper was 1 hour. So the time management is very important. Whether you're teaching maths, whether you're teaching science or what, they must finish so much work in a given time. And Cambridge is not unfair. They have calculated through experiments how much a child can do within a certain amount of time. So we are following the same benchmarks as what is suggested.
So right now we're going to do Cambridge and family, right? Before in IPSL, we limited the children to 150 words for the composition. Would you suggest for, let's say, primary 5 and 6, would you suggest for us to allow the children to write maybe up to 250?
Let's say,
Because actually some of them are
yeah,
below
we say a minimum
yeah, we say
of 130 words.
50.
150 words. You want to write extra, please feel free to do it. But don't expect too many marks. Make sure you set that. Because the actual marking is, if you set 150, your actual marking must be on the 150.
No, that is because of the IPSL. I'm not sure with the Cambridge part.
Cambridge will follow the same thing. Because if you write extra, they will read it, but it will not weigh in with the suggested
No,
number of
what
words.
I'm trying to say is it going to be a better preparation for the primary 6? Because there's always a big jump to Sect 1. We are trying to bring it down to 150
Yes,
to
yes.
200. We always say that.
Yes.
We say, okay, you can write, but I'm not going to mark it.
Yes.
Right?
But at your level, you can give them extra marks, but not the examination.
No, it's not about the extra marks, but is it going to be helpful for the students, for the teachers also in secondary?
Yes.
So maybe right now we can actually.
The more you can write, the better, because it trains them to write quickly and meet the basic requirements of the paper. But like I said, this is all in degrees. If at primary 3 you're giving 80 words,
No,
then
150.
wow, 150.
Yeah,
Then
it's IPS.
primary 4 we will go to 170, and then by the time primary 6 it comes to 200 words. Then secondary 1 will be 250 words to 300 words, and then we add it ever so slowly, because they will not know it. They just like your subsistence tax. Like, if Indonesia only tax increase by 0.5% each year in 10 years, we've reached a target. Right, bye-bye. See you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.